Greetings, everyone. I am Shirley Mitchell-Berment, your host, and I was born to talk. This is Born to Talk, the talk show, and I'm so happy and honored today, this Sunday evening, to have with me the special guest. Now, she was supposed to be last week, but nevertheless, all things work together for good. And so she's in this space this evening, and it's really, really a joy to have her. Let me just give a quick introduction. Of course, Born to Talk, the talk show, is about valuable conversations about fulfilling your purpose. And so this woman is walking in divine purpose, her purpose, this journey of fulfilling what she has to do. Kristin Brown is a dedicated healthcare leader and entrepreneur who brings compassion, integrity, and vision to everything she does. I tell you, at 39, Kristin is the accomplished owner of a thriving nursing home business. Patient is Priority Nursing, PIP, where she is known for her hands-on leadership style and commitment to providing exceptional care for the residents and peace of mind for their families. With deep-rooted passion for serving others, Kristin has built her organization on the principles of dignity, respect, and community. Under her leadership, the faculty has grown to a trusted home for seniors, offering not only high-quality care, but also meaningful programs that enrich the residents' lives. The balance of operational excellence with heartfelt compassion has earned her the respect of staff, families, and peers alike. Beyond her professional achievement, Kristin is a mother of two and grandmother of one, who prioritizes family above all else. She skillfully balances entrepreneurship with motherhood, serving as a role model to her children, grandson, and to other women striving to lead with purpose, both at home and in business. Kristin is joyfully engaged and looking forward to the next chapter in her life. She values faith, family, traditions, and creating a warm, welcoming home filled with love and laughter. Kristin supports local initiatives focused on senior advocacy, small business development, and family wellness. In her free time, she enjoys traveling, hosting family events, mentoring aspiring healthcare mentoring aspiring healthcare professionals, and staying involved in community outreach and HIV awareness efforts. Driven by heart, resilience, and clear purpose, Kristin Brown continues to make an impact not only in the lives of those she serves, but in her community as a whole. So we want to welcome Miss Kristin Brown into the space of our part-time studio, Born to Talk, the talk show. So welcome, Kristin Brown, and let's have this conversation about fulfilling your purpose, walking in your purpose. Welcome. So unmute your mic and put on your camera. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon. Firstly, I would like to say thank you for having me and allowing me to share my journey. My name is Kristin Brown. On the 26th of March, I will be 29 years of age. I am the mother of two wonderful children. Their ages 24 and 22. I'm the grandmother of one gorgeous grandson. He's 9 months presently. So today I would just like to share a little bit of my journey with you. At age 16, I was diagnosed HIV positive which the present will be 23 years ago. Finding out of this diagnosis was devastating. You know, I turned into a person that I couldn't recognize for many years, and it's something that I also hid for many years. And I think that one of the worst things is actually holding on and having a secret, and something that is so that as a secret that is that has so much stigmatization and discrimination attached to it. And I believe that holding on to a secret, if it is you don't let go of that secret, sometimes what happens is it stifles you the most, more than anybody else. So it affects you the most. It can affect your physical and mental health, you know, which is something I experienced. And until that got out into the public, it is something that really used to press on my mind. I remember going to clinic, well, even starting clinic in the beginning. One of the things that used to be on my mind a lot is who's going to see me to tell somebody else. So when you have a secret, and you know, you have a saying too, what in the dark always comes to the light one way or the other, and that's a fact, that's true. So so that's just a little bit of my well, a little insight of my inspiration for what I do as a healthcare person. In the beginning of my my diagnosis as well, I started clinic. I joined the clinic, MRF, Medical Research Foundation for persons living with HIV and AIDS in Trinidad and Tobago. At that time, there was only that organization that provides the medication and care for persons. Now we have different locations around the country and also in Tobago. When I started in the beginning, my viral load was pretty high still when I found out of my diagnosis. And well, that time, so that was many years ago, which is much different now. That was many years ago, and at that time, I keep going to clinic, and you know, they just check up, and you know, I didn't start medication or anything like that. They said that the viral load needed to go down to at least 400 before they start medications. That is in that time. But now, once you're diagnosed HIV positive, they start you on medications immediately. And I keep attending, and the viral load was going down at its own pace, I should say. And I stopped the medications for 4 years. And within stopping that medication, what happened is my body started deteriorating. And I got really ill. What I end up with is a case of a regular flu, of course. It started off as, which went into bronchitis and then went into pneumonia. And well, I lay down there, and I wasn't able to, my immune system wasn't able to recover my body on its own. So I started to shut down. One of my family members came, and when she saw me, she said, "No, come on, something's happening, let's go." And she took me back to the clinic. So this is 4 years after. And when I got there, a number of tests were done, and my viral load was 21. So what happened is because of the pneumonia that I suffered, I had to be hospitalized, and was placed on the HIV medication immediately. Thank God for that, because when your viral load goes down that low, for many persons, they don't recover out of it. So I will always say that God kept me. He kept me. And I thank him, and I give him all the praise and all the glory for that each and every day. So in 2019, I was in a relationship. The relationship was abusive, and I decided that I wanted to get out of that relationship, and I left. And the partner that I was in was with at that time in a relationship. Of course, I told my partners of my HIV status over the years. There isn't any relationship that I entered that I haven't told my partner. But one thing that happens sometimes is that because I had it as a secret, some people use it against you as a weapon. So when I left him, he came into my workplace and he enclosed my status to a couple persons around, and it started spreading like a wildfire throughout the organization that I was working for. And well, I was away from work for a few days because I was just trying to get away from him. And when I returned to work a couple of days after, the morning when I entered the office, there was my we could say supervisor there waiting to deliver the message of what she had heard, what she found out. And as she told me that, I didn't have a choice. I held it together, but I felt like my heart had fell out of my body. It was a really terrible experience. And I heard what she said. She said that your Mr. came in and this is the news that he delivered, and why I didn't tell them anything about it. So I told her, I said, I didn't think that it was necessary for me to share such information with you, right? So, well, that kind of ended there. Other co-workers, they gathered during the course of the day. When I left the office and I went down to the area where I work, there were a number of my co-workers there waiting for me that that morning. And when I passed, I saw them and they called me and thing, and everybody was, well, there were those that were sympathetic, those that had a lot of questions because they needed to be a little educated about the virus and stuff, and I was able to share that information with them. Soon after, this was 2019, in October. Soon after that, shortly in the November of that said year, COVID-19 started coming into play. And I think one of the things that happened, because everybody was okay, well, cool and thing, and just a simple explanation, they were normal, they were moving normal until COVID-19 came into play. So they still kind of hang on between that period from November when it now started into the beginning of the next year into the carnival season, where it is, the message went out where it is they were going to shut down the country, right? And persons didn't understand exactly what the virus COVID-19 was about. And people started panicking, right? And our health minister, Mr. Diyal Singh, at that time, he was all over the news, letting people know that if you have a comorbidity or underlying disease, stay inside. And a number of different illnesses were called. And this is where we really see how people started panicking, because I was considered a person with an underlying disease or a comorbidity. So it became immensely difficult in working in that environment. I held on there for months upon months past. I held on. That's the whole COVID-19 period. I actually took vacation in the beginning because I myself didn't understand what was happening or what COVID was about. So I went to HR and I told them, well, this is my situation. The health minister is saying XYZ, and I think that I should go on vacation with immediate effect. I remember doing that. And they allowed me, right? They agreed to sign off my vacation, and I went off and I stayed inside as directed, and I looked on and I tried to gain as much knowledge as possible as to how to move forward. But the vacation wasn't forever, so I needed to get back out to work. When I started back out, I held my head together strongly, and I did what I had to do. But this time, to sign the book, to hold certain tools to do the job. It was really difficult because this is where I believe this discrimination and the stigmatization really fell into effect. Get past that in 2021, I decided that, God showed me in multiple ways and dreams and so forth that it was time to leave. Right? I was a bit clueless as to where I was going in terms of my direction or what I was going to do next. But when I talked to God, I said, Lord, how am I going to get through this? He said, don't worry, child, I've always provided for you. And I walked out of there without a direction. I did do some classes and I got some certificates after that. And in June of 2022, I was back in the hospital working under the Ministry of Health in the HIV department as a peer counselor. So I was there for a few months and the contract ended with that. But it was fine. And before I actually left work in 2020, the idea and everything came about with PIP within me. And I did start it, but it was not yet registered. In 2021, I officially registered Patient is Priority Nursing Home. And from there is where it started to grow. But I did actually start in 2020, putting the logos together, kind of planning it in my head. The first person that actually started working for the organization was me. Who better than myself, right? And
Awesome. I know this is
and then,
supposed to be a conversation, right? And I just want to get this in because we don't have much time again, but
yeah,
it's like onto like a birthing process. You
yeah,
have the pain you go through before you give birth to something.
yeah.
So I'm so glad you got to this point of being able to tell us how it began for you. So we have a few more minutes to tie it together and let's hear how you are in this purpose God has destined for you. Go ahead.
Right. So what did this happen from all of that birthing, right? So this is where, of course, the organization started with me. When I left Monto, as I explained there was no clear direction. So I did get myself caught up in thinking about another career line, which was food. And I got myself into some difficulties with that. And I would say to anyone, you really have to pray and ask God for your direction and where it is He wants you to be. And even if it is that you see you're going into a direction and things doesn't work out in that way, don't worry about it. Because God is trying to probably protect you or hold you back or even sometimes send you in a different direction. But that didn't work out at all. I would say that anytime God has a purpose over your life and He wants you in a direction, things tie into place. You will see the right persons that you need to be able to assist in your growth and maturity. God provides them. Patient is Priority nursing services started off as an agency in the beginning, and we provide good service for home care for the elderly. And the public started asking after some time to where my home was. So the first home started off with 6 rooms, and we did launch that on the 1st of June in 2024. In 2025, we were full to the capacity. The phone was ringing off the hook. So you know where it is. God saying, here we're going on, this is for you, right? The phone started going off and we needed to get more space. We had to tell person that presently Presently, I am in a bigger building, number 21 3rd Street, Barrett area, and we have 22 residents presently and space for two more persons. So the capacity here is 24 persons. Nobody said that the journey is going to be easy, of course, right? You have to stay prayed up because there are many challenges that you will face. Sometimes you have discouragements, you have disappointments, right? But I will say keep God in the center of everything that you do. Once it is He directs our purpose. We don't direct our purpose. Sometimes we want to lean on our own understanding, and it could cause us trouble, right? Based on experiences, I've learned that. And just allow God to work for us. Keep God in the center of anything that you're doing. Keep praying over your business, over your finances, over everything, because any opportunity the enemy gets, he tries to tear us apart and bring us down. And once God has a purpose for your life, the enemy has no access to you. But the most important part of this all is just keeping that close-knit relationship with God. You have to pray. That is what's going to strengthen you, and that is what strengthens us, right? I know sometimes we feel like our prayers is falling on deaf ears. That is not the truth. That is not the truth at all. He hears every one of our prayers, but sometimes we want things our time, and we want things our way. And yet again I will say, if it is God is delaying something or pulling you back from something, sometimes it's the wrong direction that you want to head in, or it's the wrong time. So we have to learn to trust Him and allow God to, really lead us into our own purpose. So it's not we leading ourselves, it's God leads us into our purpose. And I would just like
Definitely.
to say, just thank you for allowing me to
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
my journey. Well, I try to fit everything inside of there,
Yeah, don't worry
but
about it, This whole thing, Born to Talk, the talk show, it's on a journey of me
yes,
fulfilling my purpose. So there are links to this. So even though you didn't get to say all today,
yes,
we on target, I believe, because this could not have happened today, now, in this season, if it wasn't
yes,
for God. And I'm telling
exactly.
you, I'm excited to see what God is going to do in your life. And, as you stay on this journey, knowing that you're in purpose, you are fulfilling the purpose Kristin Brown has to fulfill. So in advance, I want to say happy birthday to you in advance.
Thank
May you
you.
have a wonderful birthday. Continued blessings to you and good success on this journey of fulfilling purpose. This has been conversations, valuable conversations about fulfilling purpose. And today we've had with us Kristin Brown, and we're going to continue on this time every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. of having another guest share with us. But today was really, really a joy just being here and being able to connect. We are about highlighting your purpose and be having it in front of you so that you can go after it. This is a learning process for me. I'm doing it by faith. Everything continues not to be in place, but you know what? It's changing. It's changing and it's going to be better. When you connect again, Kristin, I don't know what the space is going to be. Probably we'll be in the same room together
Yes, that would be
and
beautiful.
having a greater conversation, a deeper conversation. So God bless you. God bless Priority Nursing.
Yes, thank you.
Priority Nursing patient.
Patient is priority nursing.
Huh?
Patient
Patient
is
is
priority
priority nursing. I'm reading part
nursing.
of it. It's on the screen there. I tell you, we're learning this thing. We're growing. I am growing in this thing. I'm adjusting back to doing this because there was a season in 2023. That's when I discovered that I was born to talk. And so this is how much, 3 years later now. February. It was February. That's why God wanted me to start this in February, because it was on February the 5th, 2023, when he spoke to me. And in April of that year is when it all came alive. I was born to talk. So I'm on this journey of fulfilling my purpose. And I'm glad that you also were able to join me and share a little bit of your purpose-driven journey. Continue on that path. God bless you. Good success to you. Bye,
Thank
everyone,
you.
and you'll see us next time.
Bye.
Bye.